Hey, how are you all doing? Today I'm doing the warm up for the Hackvisor. The next one's Satellite. It's a WordPress CMS running. It's an easy room. WordPress is a popular content management system where users can easily create and edit and manage websites. So we'll start the machine. It's recommended to practice scanning WordPress websites to identify security vulnerabilities and gain access to the system through these vulnerabilities. So machine starting. I've already got my VPN. Mine's 10.8.1.225. So we've got it running now. So first thing we're going to do is add this to our domain. That's the domain to our host file. So have a look at this. Go to here, copy that, and we'll start to open a terminal. Just exit out of that. We'll do nano. Open the host file with nano, and we'll copy our IP and the domain to there and save it. Alright, so now we'll have a look at the questions. What is the website domain name? So we know it's this here. Domain name is beyondbound.hv, which we've added to a host file. So we'll run an Nmap scan. I actually run a Rust scan to start with. So we'll this runs Nmap as well. Rust scan is a lot quicker than Nmap. So our IP was there, so we'll just copy that. We'll paste it in there. We'll run this, and we'll see what we can find. It's not finding anything at the moment. It's usually pretty quick. But it's running SV and SC and -A from Nmap, so versions and scripts and operating system. Rust scan doesn't seem to be working properly. Don't think. Just make sure we've got a connection to our IP. So we'll do ping. We don't have anything. It's not connected. Something's not right. It's definitely running. What about if we try to search this domain? Okay, looks like it's finding the domain. Oh, okay, we've got a connection now. There we go. So how's the Rust scan going? Still not found anything. Well, cancel it, try again. Oh, there we go, it's found port 80. And now it's doing an Nmap scan soon once it's search for any other ports. So we found a website, beyondbound.hv, which is our domain. It's your satellite, our mission. And let's have a quick look at the website. We've got info at beyondbound.hv. Got a launch button here, which probably doesn't do anything, doesn't look like it. Got a video we can play, we can have a look at this source page. And we can see We can see it's got WP includes here, so we know it's running WordPress. WP, anything with WP is usually WordPress. And it looks like it's got 6.3.1, the version. So we can see it's definitely running WordPress from this information on here. There we go, WordPress 6.3.1. There's no other information on here we can look at. Okay, so if it's something's running WordPress, normally you can just go to WP admin, WP-admin, see if there's anything there. It's not finding that. So we'll try login.php. It's looking for that. We can have a look here in our Wappalyzer. We can see it's definitely running WordPress 6.3.1, and it's a PHP programming language. It's also running Nginx 1.180, MySQL. So we'll go back and have a look at our Nmaps scan. It's complete. And there we go, you can see it on port 80. Nginx 1.180. Okay, so we can do a dir search, and we'll make it beyond what is it? What's the domain? Beyond bound.hv. Look for any directories. And while that's running, we can have a look and see what the next question is. Which CMS software is being used? Well, we know that's WordPress. Which tool can be used for WordPress security scanning? So there's a useful tool on Kali, and it's called WP Scan. So we can do WP Scan. We can do --help. And have a look. It's not finding anything yet. So this gives you all the information about WP Scan to WordPress Scan. So you can do --URL. You can get the version, output, detection mode. You can do search for plugins, plugin detections mode. You can crack passwords and usernames with it as well. Okay, so for our purposes, we just want to do a WP scan --URL, and we'll do HTTP beyond bound.hv. And we'll search. We can do a -E for enumerate and a U for users. So we can run that and see what we can find. And what's it finding here? We found admin 301. Let's have a look back in here. Didn't find that page. Let's have a look at admin. It's not finding that either, but look at it. Alright, let's have a look. What else we got? What's this? Exception in thread. Weird. Task complete. That's not. Still trying to find admin. There's a W scan going. It's not working either. No, I think I might just restart the Kali box because it seems to be running really slow. So I'll just pause the video and I'll be back in a minute when I restart it. Okay, we're back. Now, so we'll try and run Nmap again. Might find more information this time because it didn't work properly last time. We'll do Rust scan. What was the IP again? It's in here. Just copy that. And paste it in there. Run this again. Found port 80 again, like before. And we'll open a new terminal. We'll try running WP scan now. WordPress scan. Dash URL, HTTP, beyond bound.hv, dash E for enumerate and users. So it works better this time. Might be updating the database. Not sure what it's doing. Let's have a look at that. WP scan dash help again. And how do you update the database? Does it tell you? Output. You can say whether or not to update the database. You can do no update. Seems to be down. I don't think so. Shouldn't be. Beyondbound.hv, is that that's the domain? Beyondbound.hv. It's not finding anything with admin. Do we have a connection? Do we ping? Yes, we have connected. Let's see if we can update the database with the WP scan dash update. Updating the database. Alright, now it might work better. There we go. Just needed an update. So it started and it's looking for any users. we found version 3.3.1, we knew that. We go to enumerating users now. And we have a user admin. So we can search for a password for admin, or we can also search for plugins, because sometimes plugins are vulnerable. So we'll just clear the screen. We'll do a dash. We'll do a plugins and dash plugins detection, and we'll do aggressive. So we're enumerating for plugins with a P flag, and we're doing plugin detection aggressive. And started, now it's looking for any plugins that are vulnerable. So enumerating plugins. And this can take a while sometimes, so we'll just pause the video. I'll be back once it's finished. Alright, I'm back. Just checking out this Rust scan from before. Did another one, and this time we found more information. We got WordPress 6.31 in here, Nginx 1.18. That says there's only one port open, it's port 80. Alright, let's have a look back at our scan, which is completed. And it took 21 minutes to run, which is a fair bit of time, but we found WP File Manager plugin identified as a vulnerable plugin. The version's out of date, and we can see the version 6.0 and the latest version is 8.02, so that's why it's vulnerable, because it's out of date. Let's have a look at our questions again. Which plugin is used on the target website? So we found WP File Manager is the plugin. And what is the version of the plugin used? And we found that to be 6.0. So let's have a look and see what we can find about WP File Manager. So we can we'll try Search Sploit. This is a great tool on Kali to find vulnerabilities. So we'll do WP File Manager, see what we can find, and we can see WP File Manager version 6.8 RCE. So we've got remote code execution, but ours is 6.0. So we can have a look online, see what we can find. So we'll try WP File Manager. Spelled right. Exploit. And we'll see GitHub. See if there's any info in here about it. Cross-site request forgery. Reflected cross-site scripting. What's this one? Plugin 6.0 to 6.8. Let's have a look at this one here. And we have an exploit.py there, and it says it's vulnerable. Plugin 6.0 to 6.8, remote code execution. So maybe we can get a shell with this one. So we'll just we'll copy the GitHub code and we'll do git clone. We'll download that code and we can see we've got WP File Manager plugin exploit there, so we'll cd into that and have a look what we've got, and we've got requirements.txt. So we'll need to install that. We're going to need to activate a Python environment. So we'll do Python 3-m VNV, and we'll just call it my environment, and we'll activate that in a minute once it's created. So if we do ls now, we can see we've got my env there, so we've got our environment. So now we can do activate my underscore env bin, what is it again? Always forget the syntax. Oh, actually no, it's got to be source, that's alright. So we'll do a source my env bin and activate. Okay, so now we've got our environment running, so now we can do pip install -r requirements.txt and run that, and it should install anything we need for this exploit to work. Okay, so let's run the exploit now. So we'll do, what have we got, exploit.py. So we'll do Python 3 and exploit.py, and it says we've got no module named URL lib packages 6 moves. Let's copy that so we can let's see if we can install that. So pip install could not find it. What about URL lib 3? Already installed. What about packages? It's not finding it. Let's have a look back at the exploit and see if it says anything about that. Pip install. pip3 install. Maybe you got to do pip3 install. Let's try that. pip3 install -r requirements.txt. Says it's already got URL lib Python 3. No, it's not working. Alright, let's have a look, see what other ones we've got. Any other exploits here? What's this one? No. W File Manager. Plug-in remote code execution. Alright, well, for some reason that's not working. So let's just try. I can always search online how to find this, but I suppose I can have a quick look. See, just look up no module named this. See what it says. Six is not installed. Upgrade 6. Let's have a look see if that'll work. Okay, now try it. No. Keep uninstalled. Alright, let's have a try running these commands. So yes. Successfully installed that. Try again without Python. There we go. So that's working now. Okay, so exploit.py, we need the URL. So we'll do Python exploit and dash URL, and it's beyond bound.hv. And what are we missing now? Invalid URL. Maybe we need HTTP. What have we got here? Nothing. Clear the screen. Let's have a look back at our exploit again. Where was it? Which one was it again? This one. And what's it say you gotta do? Proxies. So we're getting that command there come up. Let's try it again. Server may not be vulnerable. Detected WP File Manager plugin version 6.0. We know it's vulnerable. Alright, well, let's try Metasploit then, see if that works. And we'll go MSF console-q for quiet and see if we can get it to work that way. We know it's definitely vulnerable to this plugin. What's the next question? What is the version of the plugin? We've got that 6.0. What is the name of the satellite or satellite unknown status? A satellite with an unknown status. Just got to find the answer to that one. So we've got to get a shell to the machine. So just wait for the Metasploit to start, and then we'll try and run it through Metasploit. While that's running, we can have a look, see. For some reason this isn't working, I don't know why. Proxies. E80. Alright, so we'll do a search. And we're looking for WP dash file dash manager, and we found an exploit here. Exploit multi HTTP W file manager RCE, so it's a remote code execution. So we'll use 0, and it's using payload PHP metadata reverse TCP. So we'll do options, and we can see we need to have our rhost target URI. So let's just, I don't think you have to have, it says you need target URL but URI, but we don't know what it is, so we'll try to do it without it. So we'll just go set our host, and what's our IP again? Oh, we can just call it bound.hv, put our domain in there, and set the L host to my VPN, 10.1.225, which is my VPN for Hackvisors up there. And let's just try and do a check first, see if it'll run, see if it's going to say it's vulnerable or not. There we go, target appears to be vulnerable, so that's a good start. So we'll do run. And it looks like it's going to work. Sending stage. MetaPreta session opened. So it should connect. Wait, there we go. We've got a session. So if we do get UID, we can see we're user www-data. So let's have a look and see if we can find anything in home directory. Just a Hackvisor directory there, so let's have a look in there. ls, we've just got bash history and bash rc. We can try going to root, but I don't think we've got any access to root. Operation failed. We can view the password file. We can see we've got to use a Hackvisor and root. That's the only users on the machine. So what was the question? What is the name of the satellite of unknown status? So let's have a look. Let's check out the var directory. So we'll just do cd to there. Looks like we've lost connection. Interrupted. Let's do cd to var. It's having problems. Exit that one, we'll try another one. Still got connection. It's running. No, export completed. It cannot be run. Well, it won't work now. What's going on? Let's try setting force export to true. Try running that again. If not, we'll go out of it and start again. Seems to be having problems. We still got a connection to our target. We'll do ping and beyond bound.hv. Yeah, we've still got connection. And there we go, meta printer session is open, number 2. We'll just wait till it gives us a, there we go. So let's have a look and see, try and go to var now, var directory. There we go, so we've got var, we've got backups, we've got logs, so we'll have a look in www. And we've got HTML, so let's have a look in there. And there we go, we've got a file in there called satellites2023.csv file. So if we can do help. You see all the commands we can run on here, and we can see we can download a file directory with the download command. So let's have a look at it again. Satellites, so we'll do download, and we'll download this file. And we can see it's downloading. Okay, so if I'll go out of that and have a look. And there we go, we can see we've got our satellites.-2023 CSV file. So now if we cat, and there we go, we've got the whole file there. So the question was, for this last question, what is the name of the satellite of unknown status? So let's have a look at our output from the file. And this one says unknown here, so we've got the name, the satellite, the type, launch date, launch location, orbit information, satellite function, satellite status, and launch cost. So we want satellite status. So we can see unknown there. So I'd say it's to vendor X is the answer. That's it for that room. So yeah, I don't know why the GitHub exploit didn't work. Someone put in the comments if they can get it to work. For some reason it didn't want to work for me, but we got it working with Metasploit, and we got our answer. So, see you next time.